Hi, welcome to the Bunny Dojo. I'm Michelle, and this is my co-host Bella. And today we are going to be talking about the most important things that every bunny parent should have in an emergency. And be sure to stick around to the very end because we're going to have some bloopers for you. So let's get started. Bella's already on her way. Okay, the very first thing you should have is gas drops. These are infant gas drops. You can find them at any pharmacy or drugstore. These I actually got at Stop and Shop, much cheaper. These were only $3.99. Anytime a bunny is laying flat on the floor with their belly pressed against the floor and not eating, that usually means they have gas. So the first thing you want to try is the gas drops. You give them 1 milliliter at a time. Right, Bella? You gonna demonstrate motion? If your bunny has stopped eating completely, of course that is a reason for concern. If they're refusing their favorite food, or if they've slowed down, that could be an indication of GI stasis, gastrointestinal stasis, and that can develop very quickly into an emergency. Things you want to have on hand that include critical care. Critical care, this is Oxbow's brand, the apple banana flavored. It has all the proper nutrients. You mix it in a bowl with water and then you syringe feed it to your rabbit. You can use a big fat syringe like this because it will be pretty thick. Or if you find that your bunny is having trouble accepting that, you can use a small syringe and just give it to them more often and make it more watery. Whatever it takes to get them eating again is the most important thing, because as every rabbit knows, every rabbit parent knows, it's very important that your bunny keeps eating all day long. Another thing you can do is smash up pellets. If you don't have any of the critical hair on hand, you could smash up pellets and put them in water or juice, and that can also be very useful. Another thing that you want to have on hand is Metacam or Meloxidyl. This is an anti-inflammatory general pain medicine. It's something that you've probably gotten if you've gotten your rabbit spayed or neutered. It can be used for GI stasis and also for things like arthritis. You can actually get it in bulk if you buy it from someplace like Valley Vet. Because my Barney is on it long term, I buy it from them and I'm able to get a lot more for cheaper. But of course you need a prescription. You get a prescription from the vet sends it to Valley Vet. Other medicines that the vet will give you when they have GI stasis include Reglan and Propulsid. These are gut motility drugs which will help get their gut moving. Now, usually when you get them from the vet, you will not use the whole bottle. So it's good to hang on to these until they expire. Now, of course, only if you're a very experienced rabbit owner should you be using these on your own. If you've been taught by a vet, or if you, like me, I've had lots of experience with rabbits and the rabbit rescues. Other things you can use to get their gut moving includes Papaya Tablets. This will help break down anything that's causing a blockage. If your bunny is in GI stasis or going into GI stasis, you want to try and tempt them with anything. Bella and most rabbits go absolutely crazy for these Science Selects adult rabbit food. Don't ask me why. I think they have alfalfa in them or something. But they're also actually really good sized training treats if your Bella doesn't do any tricks, but they're excellent size because they can't overdo it. You also want to try different kinds of hay, so it's helpful to have different kinds of hay on hand, especially if your bunny is a picky hay eater. If they are getting dehydrated, you want to make sure that you give them syringes of water, but you can also just wet pieces of hay. As far as vegetables go, You might want to try cilantro or parsley because the leaves, they're more likely to eat the leaves. Or strawberry tops. If their appetite isn't that big, this might help get them started. My bunnies really like kale. Kale is not necessarily the best thing for them because it's full of calcium, but in order to get them eating, you want to try anything because that's the most important thing. Other things you want to have include a thermometer. Your rabbit's temperature should be between 100.5 and 103.5. Anything above or below that is reason for vet. If you feel their ears and they're getting cold, that is also a sign that they are having a problem and you want to get them to the vet. But in the meantime, what you want to do is get them warmed up as soon as possible. So one of the things you can get is a heating pad and have them sit on it. If your rabbit doesn't like sitting on a heating pad, you can, of course, sit on them. This is what I do with Barney. I sit on the floor with him and just cuddle him up with blankets and use my own body warmth to make sure that he stays warm. Another thing you could get is saline solution in order to wash out their eye in case they get debris in it. You have to make sure to get the plain saline solution, not something that has any medicine in it. Also, eye lubricant. This is actually Apticare, which you can get from your vet, but you could also buy on Amazon. If your bunny's eyes get dried out or red, like again, my Barney, he's on this several times a day. It just keeps his eyes moist. As everybody knows, bunnies' nails need to be clipped because they tend to get very long. And you can learn to do this yourself, especially if you have somebody that's willing to help you. I'm lucky enough I have my mother who helps me by holding the bunny while I do the clipping. We wrap them in the bunny burrito and she holds and I clip. And there's two different sizes of clippers you can get. These are the small ones. I use these on Barney, Bugsy, and Fred because they're dwarf bunnies. And these big ones are actually made for a cat or a dog. These are for Bella because Bella's 13 pounds and she's got big everything. So she needs the big ones. Now, if you accidentally clip the nails too far, you clip into what's called a crick. You can usually tell because there's white. The end of the nails is white and then you'll start to see a little dark. If you accidentally cut into that, good girl, then and if it starts bleeding, don't panic. That's the first thing. I panicked the first time it happened to me and I called my vet and they just said, no, it's okay. You just you press a paper towel against it, hold it tight, and put cornstarch on it. Okay, if you put cornstarch on it, then the paper towel, press it, hold it. If it doesn't stop bleeding, of course, you can take it to the vet, but 99% of the time, it will stop bleeding. So, again, just don't panic. Things you want to have on hand include a brush and a comb in order to check for fleas. When we do rabbit rescues, this is one of the first things that we do because if a rabbit's been let go and they're been loose in the wild, that it's very likely that they've picked up some parasite or fleas. So before we get to the vet, which is of course what we do right away, we can check for fleas ourselves. Now, rabbits clean themselves and they don't need a bath, and actually putting them in a bath in water can cause shock and actually kill the rabbit. So, but if your rabbit for some reason gets urine stains on them because they've been sick and they've been sitting in their urine, or when I first got Bella, she was a little overweight and she had trouble cleaning herself, so she would get what's called poopy butt. In that case, it's okay to give you get a litter pan, you put down a towel, fill it up with a very small amount of water. She sits in it. She feels safe because she's on the towel. My mom pets her. Again, it's easier if you have two people, but you can do it on your own. She pets her, keeps her calm. I just massage the fur in order to get the poop out. Also, now if you don't want to do that, or if you just want to get urine stains out, as I said, on the fur, you can also use baby cornstarch. This is a easy dry option. You use baby cornstarch and or baby wipes, and this is less stressful for the rabbit. What you do is you put the cornstarch on and you brush it out with the comb, or you rub it in and again you massage it out. It's very safe for the bunnies, and it's a way of cleaning them if they need it. Other things you want to have on hand include the basics that you find in any first aid kit in case your rabbit does get bitten or scratched. Before you get them to the vet, you can use gauze, antibiotic cream, bandages. Make sure you have little scissors, tape, anything that you would find in a normal first aid kit. This will help you, again, before you get the bunny to the vet. One last thing is I really would encourage you to make friends with the people in your local bunny community. All right, you can find them on Facebook, or if you contact your local rabbit rescue or shelter, you will find some of the nicest people you've ever met, because they are bunny parents themselves. They will go out of their way to help you. I have had people come over to my house and I clip nails and given medicine when a person has had difficulty doing it by themselves. And I've had people come over to my house to help me with my rabbits. So I would greatly encourage you to make friends with the people in the bunny community. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really hope this was helpful. If we missed anything, please be sure to leave us a comment, because one of the reasons for this channel is so that we can help each other. And Bella is finally sleeping, and which she says goodbye to. And we really hope to see you next time. Thank you. Okay, so the very first thing I think I would mention is the gas drops. And Bella's gonna eat everything. No, come here. Come here, baby. Baby. Come here. Okay. Oh, Boogsy. On your own. She pets her, keeps her calm, while I do the just massaging the fur in order to get the poopy out of the butt.